Hello, my name is Alvin Nance. I'm the Executive Director and CEO of Knoxville's Community Development Corporation. Most of the people here in Knoxville know us as KCDC. I want to tell you a little bit about a federally funded program that we have taken and made a success here in Knoxville. This is our story.
Well, Mechanicsville was settled by both black and white people. Of course, the majority of the people there were black. And for the most part, they worked in the mills and factories. They worked on the railroads. And since they work with tools, they called themselves mechanics. So they named their neighborhoods Mechanicsville. They were people who worked in the factories and whatever, but also in 1875, when Knoxville College was established, a number of the people who lived there taught at Knoxville College, so they were known as professors, and Mechanicsville slowly became an elite black community because of the influence of the college. But in the 1930s, after the Great Depression, Mechanicsville, like many other sections of the city, went into a great decline. The Knoxville Housing Authority thought that in order to clean up a lot of the blighted area which it had become, the best idea was to build some public housing projects. And so it began constructing college homes for black people and Western Heights for white people that was just outside of the Mechanicsville area. But as the years went on, public housing stopped being what it was supposed to be. It began as a hand up to people who were struggling to make a living, moving into better jobs, saving money and that kind of thing, to a situation where it became a handout, where people moved into public housing and found reduced rents and didn't really have to pay big electric bills, and they never wanted to leave. They lost the incentive to find a home of their own, and as they stayed there generation after generation, college homes began to deteriorate. It became crime infested. So it was time to get rid of college homes and to move to something else.
There were a number of decisions that led to us making a decision that college homes was the site that we needed to really revitalize. Part of those efforts was that as KCDC began to do some strategic planning, one of the things that they looked at was how could we revitalize this neighborhood? How could we create a sustainable community?
KCDC's goals were to end the isolation of the area, to attract homeowners, to bring families back together, and to bring businesses into the area.
What this is really about is transforming lives by improving people's situation, by elevating their how they feel about themselves. And so what happens is not only do you revitalize a community, but you revitalize the people that are in the community. That's the real basic hope for Hope 6.
As a part of the grant application process, we had to submit enough information for HUD to evaluate the plan in order to make sure that they agreed with the plans and how it would work. We came up with an initial master plan that showed how the streets would be laid out and some of the residential characteristics.
We received from the Hope 6 grant was $22 million is what we received. The total project was $46 million, so we actually brought $24 million to the table. A lot of help from the city, from the county, from our utility companies, a lot of in-kind services. It took the entire community to help us.
Once KCDC received the Hope 6 grant, the planning process continued because there was a number of things that needed to be planned out. A master plan was developed through a week-long charrette process, and we pulled in our steering committee and the residents of college homes and anyone else who was interested to actually work on the design of the master plan.
After we had secured all of our funding, the first step we had to take was relocating residents. And that was a difficult process because we were actually relocating people completely out of this neighborhood.
We did presentations for them regarding the type of housing that was available and just tried to carry each person's family issues through individually to see that they were relocated in a timely manner.